Hello, YouTube. How are you doing? It's me, Miss J. Here I am in the lovely Champagne Dreams Productions home office, also known as the Mama Champagne Rose Room. This has also become my light therapy room. I have a light therapy mask that we'll look at in a little bit. We might have talked about it before. I got it from work. So here we are at the end of the night. The show is over. I am back home. I took off the lashes. So when you saw my little makeup play day, I didn't put lashes on. I put them on at the venue. And now I've taken them off before I got here. So again, you will get to see the highlighter. We did add some fabulous highlighter. I always forget that for some reason. And I do have to say that the makeup lasted pretty well. It's looking pretty good. This MAC foundation, I wasn't sure about it when I first put it on, but like the way that this is looking and the way that it feels, you know how foundation sometimes after a few hours can start to feel a little bit gritty, like it's starting to break up or whatever? I don't feel any of that, like around my nose. My skin, like it feels soft. And so these are my nails. These are from the Kiss Wicked for Good collab collection. I think they're so cute. Little rounded French tips with a mint green and gold detail. Love that. Excuse me. And I don't know if anybody else stopped by for the late night live. I don't think we'll get any of the bad trolls, hopefully, because I'm not doing a vertical live on my phone. My phone is almost dead because I did the live earlier tonight on my phone. And then at the venue, I was still trying to be a geriatric TikToker and taking photos and all that kind of stuff. So it's on like 20%. So I was like, let's not do that. Let's just go ahead and pop on our webcam at home and let's de-drag. We're going to do a little de-drag. And so these nails are cute. I'm not very good with nails. Even trying to type the description, I was not so very functional. But I was like, you know what? Let's play with the nails on. We'll see how long I can stand it. And yes, so I'm going to take a couple. These are so fun. I got these at TJ Maxx. These are Betsy Johnson makeup wipes, and it came in like a package of 4 of them. And I love it because I love Betsy Johnson. I think her stuff is super cute. It's quirky. It's fun. And it's like designer, but it's like an achievable designer because regular price, you know, a lot of the jewelry or the little handbags, they might be 100 to 125 to 150, which I understand is expensive. Like it's not like that's cheap or whatever, but compared to like a Chanel bag that's $10,000, like I will probably never own a Chanel bag in my life. I had always said that if I got my promotion at work, I was going to buy a Chanel bag. And then I got my promotion and I got my little bonus or whatever. And I didn't. I bought the Palace of Gems instead. So clearly, I'm much more of a toy nerd than I am a purse nerd. So I'm going to take like 3 of these out. And then I have, let's set some, I have to say, so this is like, just this like cotton maxi dress that I got from, if you've ever seen X Plus Wear, they will do these mystery bags where it's like $80 for 10 items. And I did wear this once. So I did wear this for my friend Nanners and I did something with Dakota Media Access, which is like a public access television show, television station. It's like a Prairie Public, but TV or whatever. And let's not talk about that. But public broadcasting is in trouble because we don't care about the arts. That's an aside. But we went and we hosted horror movies one October. And I wore this. I had a sequin thing over it once for one of them for Bride of Frankenstein. And then I had like a sequin jacket where you could see more of the yellow dress for the other one. So we did the Wasp Woman and the Bride of Frankenstein. It was very fun. I would love to do something like that again. I love being a horror hostess. And but then I just realized, I'm like, this is super comfortable. So this has become like my at-home loungy kind of thing. It's all flowy and kind of, it's a little bit of Janessa when I'm out of drag. And so we're going to see, like I said, we're going to see how long I can stand to keep the nails on. I just love nails like this. And it also hurts to peel them off. So I keep them on as long as I can. Eventually they annoy me. And if nothing else, not to get TMI with you too late, but when we have a little sit-down visit to to the toilet. Trying to wipe with these is not, it's not the business. So if nothing else, that's when they go, is the next time that I visit. Ugh. I also have this Zero Balm. This is the like Mandarin one, or the orange Mandarin C cleansing balm brightening. Very excited. I do like this one. This one does feel greasier or oilier than the other ones. I don't know why, but I do like that it has a nice orangey smell. It still kind of has that. If you've tried these zero cleansing balms, they work really well, but they have kind of an atrocious smell. And this has that atrocious smell, but mixed with orange, so it makes it more palatable. So we are going to, I'm already, these nails, I'm like, oh, I'm going to get it all under the nail. It's going to be gross. Oh, God. Okay. I should have messaged my friend Dion to tell her that I'm online late at night. Let me see here. It does say that there's one person watching. I don't know if that's true. Very excited. I am enjoying the vertical lives. I do have to say that we're going to do more of the vertical lives because they do seem to like lead to, picking up some subscribers. And usually when I do a vertical live, it's like one or two. And I have to say, after the like get ready with me tonight, I think I was at like 680 something, and now I'm at 700. So thank you to everybody that joined. I really do appreciate every single person that subscribes. This has been such a labor of love, and like it's been really slow growth. And like sometimes if you're not one of the like bigger channels, like YouTube doesn't know what to do with you and they don't care. And so to actually like have a little jump like that is just, I've been feeling a little bit like verklempt, you know what I mean? Like I've just been feeling a little like demotivated. And so having that little jump, like really, it touched my heart. So I really appreciate that. Let me go ahead and dig out some of this. I always get too much, but I can't help it. I wear a lot of makeup, and so I always feel like it should take more. But then once I start wiping it, I'm like, girl, what are you doing? So let's go ahead. I like to run it around in my fingers a little bit so that it kind of melts down a little bit. And then I start right at the eyes because that's where all the color is. And then I just sort of work it around, go over the lips, go under the eyes. These are supposed to take mascara off as well. So I do go like right onto, like right all over my eyes and like rub it kind of along the lash line. Oh, and I'm so stuffy today. Oh. And so you just kind of let it go, and you can kind of let it sit for a little bit. And this time I actually remembered to pull out some makeup wipes because the first makeup wipe just goes to like clean off my hands because I put so much on. And then I've got like foundation and makeup mixed into it. So it's like colorful and wild, and it's a lot. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Okay. Oh, I'm so stuffy. I don't know what it is. I mean, I do know what it is. As I get older, I need to stop thinking that there's like an allergy season. And every season is allergy season. There's something that like sets me off. And so tonight, like when I'm running around outside in the cold and I was in my office doing stuff and I'm putting on makeup and all that kind of stuff, I just get stuffed up. So now I'll take and unfold another makeup wipe. I do really like these. So I bought them just because they're Betsy Johnson. And then I got them and I'm like, oh, these are actually really good. And so I'm always on the lookout for these. So Mama Champagne, if you catch the replay, don't forget. Or I like to send Mama Champagne on little errands. And so, oh, look at that. Does not always help with staining. I had a brown liner. I don't know why it would stain red. That's weird to me. But we're going to do some other stuff here besides just take off the makeup. We're going to do some skin treatments while we're kind of hanging out. And yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you're having a good time. I hope you're getting through this world the best you can. Shit's weird. I live right next door to Minnesota. The show was in Minnesota tonight. And I know that there are other people that have also been either directly murdered or disappeared by ICE, and they have no known location. This is not the first, but this one is really close to home. And also, it being a queer woman, I feel some kind of way, especially because so much of the coverage is not addressing the fact that she's a queer woman and that her wife was with her. And now a third video has come out where it shows her SUV crashing into some cars after she was murdered, crashing into some cars and crashing into the pole. And her wife gets to the window first, and then you see her turn around and like collapse in the snow. And it's just heartbreaking. And so it's just, oh, I don't know why. If he was trying to spin this narrative of like she was a domestic terrorist and he was fearing for his life, I don't know why he or ICE or whoever did it released his body cam footage, because it's so clear that she is not a threat. I don't know if they thought it like proved something, but on the video, it caught him saying fucking bitch, like after he shot her, like he just shot and murdered her. And then his like first words after he commits this crime, let's be clear about that, is to say fucking bitch. Is so wild to me. It's so wild. I mean, every bad thing that you believe about the stereotypes of ICE, hello Annaboo, hello Dion, are so clear in that video. I just am we've got some staining, and I am so stuffed up all of a sudden. I don't know, as I started taking this off. Oh, we've got some staining happening. Oh, my nose is sniffly. I don't feel bad, so I hope I'm not like, I don't think I'm coming down with anything, but I'm definitely just like super sniffly. I need another makeup wipe. So I was just taking this off. I got back from the show, and I figured I would pop on live and see if anybody popped on with me. It's nice to see both of you. And I haven't figured out exactly when I'm going to try to do it, but next Saturday I'm going to do a live because it's my birthday, and we're going to party like it's my birthday. We're going to drink Bacardi, except probably not, like it's my birthday. And we won't give a fuck that it isn't my birthday, that it is for real my birthday. Take some of this contour off. These fucking dyed on eyebrows. Are you kidding me? I have never gotten staining. What did I put over top of them? Because I'm like, I've never gotten staining. I've used that brown cake liner from Glisten so many times. I've never gotten staining like that. And I put a brown shadow and a light pale pink shadow. I don't know what is causing that staining. That is so weird. When I take a shower, I'll do some exfoliation to try to get rid of it. I have to be careful. I am still wearing these cute nails. These are from the Kiss Wicked collab collection. And my little ColourPop star stamp always does kind of stain my skin a little bit, but this is new. And I have some staining down here. I don't know. I get dry skin under my nose too, so that might be part of it. And I can see that I've got some like lash glue stuck on my lashes. I'm trying to get that without getting my nails too close to it, but okay. Yeah, brows for days. Let me tell you. Usually when this happens, it's because I do purple brows, because purple will sometimes, hello Annaboo, purple will sometimes stain like a hot pink. And one time, Angie and I had a filming day, and I must have packed it on because when I washed my face, like when I washed the makeup off, I had hot pink brows, and it took me a solid 2 days. It's a good thing that I work virtually, because people would be like, what are you doing to yourself? What is happening? So now I'm going to do I've got these. These are from Five Below. This is the Amora Illuminate and Shine sheet mask. This one has this one has vitamin C. They do have another one that has tea tree oil, but the last time I was in Forever 20 or not Forever 21 in Five Below, they didn't have the tea tree ones. They only had these. I was very sad, but I do like these. I know, Dion, you're not a fan of these sheet masks. They're too goopy for you. I love oopy goopy masks. I'm okay with it. So I'm going to move this off, and we're going to take this mask out, and we're going to unfold it. Slimy. Yes, it's very slimy. I like it. And so we've got this, and this will help hopefully draw out some of the pigment as well. Oh, these nails are not serving me, but they are serving. So there's that. Okay, then we just try to unfold it. And the other thing I like, sometimes these masks are so hard to unfold. And I don't know what it is, but these unfold really nicely. Sometimes this like forehead part kind of rolls up a little bit, but like the nose piece and the mouth actually unfold really, really nice. So we're going to put that. Oh God, what am I doing? What? Do I not know where my face is? What's happening? I'm not positioning this very well. Okay, come on. I don't know if I stretched it out. What am I doing? I shouldn't be doing this with these dumb nails on. That's the other thing. I lose so much dexterity when I wear nails. Part of it is I'm trying to do it looking at the screen, and because of the way the screen is reversed, then I start to pull it the wrong direction. And so that one needs to go. There we go. That's a little bit, it's like on my lip. There we go. So there we have that. It is Leatherface in 3, 2, 1. The show was really good. We had a really nice packed house. I think people are feeling a kind of way with what's going on in Minnesota, and so people wanted to come out and like be a part of community tonight, which I appreciate. It's the new year. People are ready for some entertainment. The holidays are done, and so yeah, we had a really nice show, a really nice crowd. And now, Dion, you're really going to hate this because now I'm actually going to take the envelope and I'm going to squeeze it and get the rest of the sliminess, the extra sliminess, and throw that in the garbage. And I'm going to rub that around on my hands, and then we're going to, just to get the extra, and then rub it into my hair. I do have a little towel here that I can use as well, but oh, you love me even when I'm gross. That's good. Because look at how these brows show right through this mask. So what time is it? It's 18:24, 25. It's counting the seconds. What songs did I do? So I did, it was Drag Me to Comedy. And I didn't do anything like super comedy, but I did Shark in the Water by Vivi Brown. That's one of my favorites. I have this little, baby, there's a shark in the water. I love that. I don't have any vitamin C to take. I have vitamin C on my face, but I don't have vitamin C to take. Tomorrow I have to go out to Aldi and I have to do a little grocery shopping, and I'll have to pick up some vitamin C to help kind of knock this out. So I did Shark in the Water by Vivi Brown. And then I did a mix that I have, which is really fun because I am not a dancing queen. That is not what I'm known for. I'm not good at dancing. And so years ago, my drag daughter, Kelly Coxon, made me this great mix of Single Ladies. And so it starts with Beyonce's Single Ladies, and it goes for a little bit. And then all of a sudden it kind of like, and then Kelly recorded her own voice with this like voice changer. And she's like, girl, what are you doing? You know you can't dance. I'm going to give you a second to try that again. And then it like does these like, like kind of rewind noises. And then it goes into the Liza Minnelli version from Sex and the City 2, the Sex and the City movie, where they had Liza at their wedding and she did Single Ladies. And it does a little bit of that as Liza, and I do like jazz hands. And then then it kind of again, and she's like, "Girl, Liza, I know you're getting older, but you're not in the nursing home yet. I'm going to give you one more try." And then it kind of like the channel switching kind of noises, and then it goes into the Sarah Bareilles version of Single Ladies, which is like slow and jazzy, and she's on the piano. And so I do that. So that's the kind of the main part of the song. So it starts with Beyonce, goes into Liza, and then ends with Sarah Bareilles, and it's a lot of fun. And then the last song I did was, by the end of the night, this is what I figured out, is a lot of performers will leave their like big number. They're like the big costume, the big whatever, like they're going to do that at the end, right? Here's the thing. And maybe this is just where I'm at. Maybe this is just, maybe this is a North Dakota thing. Maybe it's a Midwest thing. But by the end of the show, like once you're on number 3, a good chunk of the audience has left because they're tired. And then the other half is drunk, and so they don't care. So they just want something familiar that they can like bop along to. And they've already given away a bunch of their money. So if you're going to get money out of them, it's good to do just something like basic crowd pleaser kind of moments. So I just went with Whitney Houston. I did I Want to Dance with Somebody Who Loves Me. And so that was kind of my ending number, was doing that I Want to Dance with Somebody. So those were my 3 songs. I have this great mix that is the Julia Sugarbaker from Designing Women, The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia, that monologue. And it starts with that and then goes into a cover of I Am Woman. And I couldn't find the mix, so I did the Sarah Bareilles Single Ladies mix instead. But that is one that I really, really like, is the Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia. That is also the few times that I have auditioned for a show. That has almost always been my audition monologue, is The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia. When I auditioned for the show called Ruthless, that was my audition monologue. And then when I auditioned for Hairspray, when I was Edna Turnblad, that was The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia. The other one that I've done, when I auditioned for Company, I didn't get into Company, which was sad. I kind of knew that I wouldn't, but because my 2 bucket list roles, like I don't step on stage too often, except as a drag queen, but like actual theater roles, the 2 like bucket list roles that I had were Edna Turnblad in Hairspray and Joanne in Company. Edna Turnblad from Hairspray is like written for me, like a 300-some pound drag queen. Like that, it's me. Like it's written for me. Like my audition song did not go very well, but it's like, okay, how many other fat drag queens do you have? Because here I am, and I got the part. Joanne is a very different kind of character. And so I feel like I'm just going to have to produce my own version of Company if I ever want to be Joanne, because I don't know that it's going to happen. But I love Joanne. I love Ladies Who Lunch. No offense to, some offense to Patti LuPone, because that bitch is crazy. But no offense to Elaine Stritch. But Barbara Walsh is my favorite Joanne. I absolutely love her. I love her, love her, love her. And there is it's available on DVD, and it was on streaming on Netflix for a while, but there was a revival of Company with Raul Esparza, who played Bobby, the main character, and it had Barbara Walsh. And Ladies Who Lunch is this song that, so Joanne, sorry, I'm going off into like theater land, but Joanne is this character that she's kind of like a rich socialite. She's been married 5 times, and she's kind of jaded and a little bit bitter. And now she's married to this man who just loves her. And she doesn't really know how to deal with it, because that's not what she's used to. She's used to, like, she marries for money, she gets divorced for money. And she's kind of a little bitter, and she's friends with Bobby. Everybody in the show is like friends with Bobby, and it's his birthday. And they're all worried about him. And so it's all these people who are like in couples. And then it's a few of the characters are women that he is dating or has dated. And everybody's like worried about him. Like, is he going to end up alone? Because he's like this bachelor who just turned 35. And so Joanne, so she and Bobby and her husband are out dancing. And she gives this speech where she's talking about, she's like, we are the generation gap. Suddenly we find ourselves at an age where we are too young for the old people and too old for the young ones. I guess we'll have to drink to us, the generation gap. And so she's like making a scene and like doing these big toasts or whatever. And then she sings a song, Ladies Who Lunch. So if you've heard, it's like, here's to the ladies who lunch. Aren't they the best? And so it's like all this stuff where she's like, it's really biting and she's making fun of like the ladies who lunch. But then the last verse, and I feel like you don't really get this from Patti LuPone or Elaine Stritch or other people that I've heard. Like the last verse is her singing about herself, and she's like having this moment of realization. And like Barbara Walsh does such a good job where like the facade cracks. And one of the great things about that revival is that the whole cast, they might have had other musicians as well, but the cast is also like the orchestra. So when people aren't in a scene, they all have an instrument. So like they'll have saxophones or a trumpet or like all this kind of stuff. And I love that like Barbara Walsh as Joanne, she's such a like sarcastic character that all she has is like a triangle. And so that every once in a while she'll like ding. But so she's doing this. And so there's this guy who's one of the other characters who's playing the piano. And so the end of the song is like, everybody rise, 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 rise. And she just keeps repeating it because she's trying to get everybody to like toast with her. And she's really just making a scene. And what I love about Barbara Walsh is that they really show her crack. They show Joanne, like, you finally get to see the like vulnerable Joanne because her like voice cracks and the guy just like stops playing the piano and puts the like cover down and walks off the stage while she's still doing that, like, rise, rise. And you could tell she's like almost in tears. And then she like puts her head down. And then she looks up and she's like, Larry, I want a cigarette. And then she's back to like unflappable, cold, sarcastic Joanne. So you get this moment where she's like so absolutely human and it's so good. And I've always wanted to play that role. I think it would be so fun. And so, and Ladies Who Lunch is a song that like, it's often sung, like Elaine Stritch is kind of a growler, like she's kind of a speak singer. And so it's something that I feel like I could get away with my limited limited singing skills. But yeah, so that's definitely one of the this is so nice. I love it. I definitely could get away with that song. And so someday, I don't know how, maybe at a cabaret, like every once in a while our community theaters will do like fundraiser cabarets. And it's like, well, maybe at a cabaret, I'll do the monologue and then do the song. When I'm not stuffed up like this, I'll have to get a decongestant. So we are about 10 minutes into this mask. So these, they say, I think 15 to 20 is what they recommend. Formulated with vitamin C and papaya. This illuminating sheet mask instantly illuminates. Well, I would hope so. This illuminating sheet mask instantly illuminates and revives dull skin for a healthy looking complexion with a dewy glow. Radiance boost, even skin tone, vitamin C, antioxidant. Unfold the sheet mask and apply to clean, dry skin. Well, it was cleanish. Leave the mask on for 10 to 20 minutes before removing. No need to rinse. Use 2 times weekly. So there we go. So we've hit about, we're at about 10 minutes. I'll leave it on. I like to leave it on at least 15 minutes just to make sure I get. Yeah, thank you. I hope so. I hope that someday I'll get to have a chance to play Joanne because I love that character. And I just, ever since I saw that Barbara Walsh version, I'm just like obsessed. I'm obsessed. So performance, you can have it on video. Yeah, I would love to have it recorded. And like sometimes with YouTube, like copyright can be kind of funny because even if it's like a karaoke track, if the music is too similar to like the actual like soundtrack version, it can be yeah, I would love to do it. I need to memorize that monologue because I love that monologue so much. The monologue that I did when I auditioned was actually Betty Davis from All About Eve, which is one of my favorite movies. It's this old movie from the 50s. And so Margot Channing is kind of this big Broadway star, and she is getting older. And there's now this young woman named Eve, All About Eve, who's played by Anne Baxter, who is kind of taking over her life. Like, she comes in and she pretends to be very meek and mild, and she's actually very calculating. And she worked it out with Margot's best friend, where they would be out in the country, and she would run out of gas, and then Eve somehow wormed her way in to be her understudy. So then she ends up taking over this play that Margot was in, and it's this whole betrayal, and it's this thing. But as they're there, she's got this boyfriend who she loves, who's played, and I forget his name, but he actually married Betty Davis in real life. And so this guy, he goes off to get help, and she's sitting in the car with her best friend, who her best friend helped arrange this whole running out of gas thing. So now she's feeling super guilty. And Betty Davis does this monologue where she's like, I forget how it comes up, but she's like, being a woman. That's one thing all females have in common, whether we like it or not, being a woman. And what is it? Oh God, now I can't remember. But she's like, and in the final calculation, if you can't look up over breakfast or turn around in bed and there he is, then you're not a woman. You're something else. You're something with what did she say? You're something with a French provincial office and a book full of clippings. And then she takes out a cigarette, because they were all smoking in the 50s. So she takes out a cigarette and she's like, slow curtain, the end. It's so good. I just love it. I'll put that on my post tab. I'll put that scene, because I know that scene is available by itself on. And that was the monologue that I did to audition for Company. And then I sang Send in the Clowns. That was my audition song for that. And I did not get cast, but I kind of knew that would happen. So, but yeah, Joanne, at some point, I have to make it happen. I have to, because I just absolutely love that. Come on, mask, take these brows off. Oh, it's Leatherface, and it's also a little bit, these masks are a little bit like Sloth when he puts the ham on his face in Goonies. He's like, baby Ruth. It's very much that. Oh, yeah. So we're at 32. So what if it was 18 when we started? 28 is 10. So 33. When it hits 33 and a half minutes, then I will take this off, because that'll be 15 minutes. So we've got about a minute left. Yes, it is very much Sloth. Yeah, I like it. Oh, I love these. I do love a clay mask. I am oily, so I love a clay mask. I love Queen Helene's mint julep mask. I love it, love it, love it. But those are a little bit messier, and they're a little bit more. But some of these where I can just put it on and then like peel it off and just rub it around my face, and then we're good. I absolutely love that. 32. So what did I say? We're going to 33 and a half. So we got about 30 seconds left. We're in the countdown. And then we'll do this. Yeah, the show went really well. I was very excited. I didn't get to drink anything. I was running around and I was busy. And so now I came home and I've got these. I get these at Aldi, these sparkling frost. They're so good. I love these. This cherry limeade is just, I love cherry limeade. So good. Lime is an underrated flavor. Can I just say that? I wish I could find more lime things, like lime sodas, and like Sprite and like lemon lime is not the same. I love actual like lime things. Let's go ahead and peel this off. It maybe helped with these a little bit. It helped a little bit, but we still have red. So we'll have to do some exfoliation in the shower. The Peter Thomas Roth mask. I do like those because I'm oily. Gel masks don't work as well for me. But I every once in a while I like one, but since I'm oily, like a clay mask works better because it kind of pulls out some of the extra. Oh, so there's that. So let's do the next thing. This is going to be real weird. So if you thought I was creepy looking before, This is my light therapy mask. It's been here charging. I did it earlier today, but then it ran out of charge, so I've left it on the charger. Irish Moor mask. I think I've tried that. I had a little sampler of some of his masks, and I did really. There was one that was like blackish green, I think, and had like almost like little chunks. I wonder if it was that one. So this is a fun LED mask. I got this from work because every year, they give us what's called a Snappy gift, and so it's this company where you can give people like a credit, and then they go to this catalog and they can pick any one of the things from the catalog. So they had this, and Jen Love bought the shark one that's like $400. And I thought it looked really interesting, but I was not going to pay $400, even though she raved about it and said she loved it. I was like, and then I saw this in the Snappy gift catalog, and I was like, well, let's try this. And if I really, really like it, maybe at some point, if I like save my show pay or whatever, maybe I will buy the shark one at some point if I like it and if I see some. And so what I like about this one, and I don't know if this is how legit this is. I know the red light is like a thing, but you hold that for like 5 seconds, and then so it does the red light, but then it also cycles through. You can do blue light, or no, sorry, that's green light, blue light, purple light, yellow. Is that yellow? Oh, that looks green again. It did. Okay. Why is it not cycling through all the colors? So clearly mine is like an inferior. So blue, there's supposed to be purple, yellow. Oh, maybe that's supposed to be yellow. It just kind of looks green. And then like there's supposed to, and then cyan. Okay, so there's cyan, and then white. And then you can do one that cycles through all of them. So it starts with red, and then it will just like every few seconds, it will cycle to another color. So I did the red. I usually do, they say it goes for 15 minutes until it shuts itself off. And it says you can use it 15 to 30 minutes a day. So what I usually do is I will do, sometimes if I'm not in the mood to sit there for a long time, I'll just do the red for 15 minutes. But if I do a full 30 minutes, I'll do the red for 15 minutes, and then I'll do the cycling one for 15 minutes. And the box says, I'll bring the box out in a second. And so basically then you just kind of put this on, and you're supposed to lay down, and it said you're not supposed to have your eyes open. And I'm like, I'm going to take my chances because it's got little guards to protect you. You're not like right where I know it looks like there's a lot of light right here, like through the holes, but I don't actually really see any of the LEDs. They're not kind of where I am. But let me grab the box, and we'll talk about. So this is what it says the different colors of light do. Red is deep repair, wrinkle reduction, skin rejuvenation. Blue is acne care, oil control, calming properties. Yellow brightens skin, detoxifies, improves texture. Green soothes, balances, and stabilizes. Purple targets acne scars and promotes healing. Cyan boosts metabolism and energy. And white reduces fine lines and enhances skin renewal. So I was like, you know what? When we do it, we'll do red because that's the one that I know. That's like the shark one is red, and there's more. I've read like little articles that there seems to be some science that says that the red light is actually doing something. But I was like, you know what? I don't know if I believe that all these different light colors do all these things, but if we're going to spend the time doing it, we might as well do the cycling one and let it do what it do. So I don't know if we'll do a full 15 minutes because I know this is creepy. And you probably can't even hear me as well because now I'm talking. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's how effective it is when it cycles through, but I'm giving it a try. I guess we'll see. I've only had this since like right before Christmas. And then I was using it a lot when I was on vacation, like over New Year and stuff when I was doing it every day. And now I like to do it in the morning. And so it usually is on weekends. But I'm like, you know what? We'll see if there's a cumulative effect. Yeah, so I might, if I don't see any big changes, I am doing the red every day. So I hopefully will see some effect from that. But I might transition to doing like, because I don't even know that I need all of the colors. Like I don't really need was it purple that was acne scars? Like I don't really need it for acne scars. So I might transition out, but I do kind of just like the fun like transition from light color to light color to light color. I think that's very fun. So we'll just kind of, yeah. So this is what it does. I don't know where you can buy this. I don't, so I can try to find it. I got this through that Snappy Gift thing. So I got this through work. And so like on Snappy Gift, they don't have any prices or anything. It's just like you get a credit because you get like a gift, and then you can pick your gift from any of the things. Like last year I got a little Bissell stick vacuum. And the year before that, I got this little ring light camera stand thing that never really worked for me. But it's just different little things. And it's a lot of like, because the Shark came out and was kind of a big deal, the Shark LED light therapy mask, they'll have like dupe products of like trendy products. So like every year the stuff switches. And sometimes they have like cheese boards, like they have a little gift pack that's like cheeses and meats and things like that, or a coffee maker or exercise equipment. I mean, it is a really nice like gifting service because there's like 100 options, and so there's lots of things that you can do. But I will see if the brand is Pure Sonic, and so I will see if I can find anything with this, and if I can, I'll post it on my tab. But yeah, I just got it through Snappy Gifts, which is kind of a fun gifting service. So yeah, this is fun. It's very odd to just see it in my serial killer mask. It looks a little bit like Jason Voorhees, but like gay. So I do like it. Oh yeah. So this is the box. Oh, there we go. So there you go. Anti-aging, skin rejuvenation, and acne care with 7 different LED. Yeah, I need to do a little bit of research to find out if the other colors, if there's any research, because I have read some things that suggest that the red, there is something to that. That's why I do 15 minutes of the red for sure, and then I do the kind of fun cycling every once in a while because I mean I'm worn out all the time. So I have had a few days where I've just done like the red and then I've done the cyan because that's supposed to be like energy and metabolism. And so like sometimes I've done that, but a lot of times I just like the idea of this kind of fun cycling. And I don't know. That's the thing is because I'm not a scientist. I'm just a dumb drag queen on the internet. But I don't know because I feel like in 15 minutes, if there's 7 colors, even if it goes like every few seconds, you're still getting, X number of minutes. So if there's 7 colors in 15 minutes, you're getting about 2 minutes per color. But it's all broken up. So I don't know if like a constant blast of the color would be better. And maybe 2 minutes isn't enough. Maybe like the 15 minutes is a better kind of option for that. I love the look of this. It's so weird. And I love the way the like light reflects through it. And usually I do lay down. So I've been using, like I said, the Mama Champagne Rose Room is like my light therapy room. And so if it's like a weekend day or if I, for some reason, get up really super early for work, which never happens, then I'll just come here and I'll put it on for 15 minutes and like lay on the bed and stretch out and put on some music. I wanted to take a drink and I'm like, this is not like the sheet mask. I'm not gonna be able to take a drink with this. All right. Is this, and I'm, see, now I'm bored. Is this content? And I keep, sometimes I like touch at it and I'll keep like accidentally hitting the thing and then I have to cycle back to the one I wanted. And then if you do take it off early before it shuts itself down, you can just hold it and it'll shut down again. Yeah. Jen Love swears that she saw an improvement in her skin with the shark mask. So I'm hoping that this one will also do that. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to do a little bit of light therapy. My skin is feeling good, but it's feeling a little sticky from the mask. Is there anything else I wanted to do? I don't think so. I think that's it. I'm so glad that Dion and Annaboo, I'm so glad that you joined me. It does say 3 right now. So there might be another person lurking. If you want to say hello, say hello. We're very friendly. We're very friendly here. But yeah, so this is these. Oh, I'm gonna have to exfoliate in the shower. I have a scrub. I have a St. Ives scrub in the shower that's pretty low. It's a low grain. It is a physical exfoliator, but it's not like the walnut scrub. It's like a pink lemon and papaya or something, and it's got really thin little granules. And so I'll go and I'll do a special little paying special attention to the eyebrows to kind of get rid of those. Brows on brows and brows. Oh, all right. I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna play a little bit of my video game before bed. I don't know if does anybody who watches this channel, do you also like watch stuff on Twitch? Because I know that's kind of the thing now. Like I know a lot of the channels that I watch, especially Novimpia, like the drag queens that I love, they also stream on Twitch. And I know that sometimes, and like Audra Rains moved over to Twitch primarily. They still do some stuff here on YouTube, but Pretty Girl, but a lot of their stuff is over on Twitch, and I think it's earlier. I think it's earlier and easier to monetize. I think that's why people do it. But a lot of it is gaming. But I do have a game that I play called City of Heroes, and so I don't know if I have an audience. I mean, I have some of the toy people that might be interested in City of Heroes. It's kind of tangentially related, but I don't know if enough people. I think I would be building 2 separate audiences, which would be kind of weird. So I don't know that I will. I don't know if I'll be doing that, but I like City of Heroes enough. And I may do a video about City of Heroes on my channel at some point just because I'm so excited that they brought it back. It's a long story, but basically it was an MMO, like a massively multiplayer online role-playing game. And it was like World of Warcraft. So if you've heard of World of Warcraft, that's like fantasy spells and stuff like that. City of Heroes is the same kind of concept, but it's comic book superheroes and supervillains. And I loved it. And I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it with my whole heart. It was one of my favorite things in the entire world. And the company decided to shut it down. And there were a lot of people like me who just loved it. And it had such a cult following that apparently like these emulator services, because the code was kind of out in the world where people could find it. And so then some of these, I don't know a lot about how it works. I'm not techie like that, but a lot of these emulator servers would pop up and they would have to do it like in secret, and you would have to follow these like obscure instructions. And I tried to get them to work and they never worked because they were basically violating copyright, because the code, even if they shut it down, the code is still owned by NCSoft as the company. And so they were running them kind of in secret. Well, there was one of these servers called Homecoming last year. I have to say last year now because it was 2025, or maybe it was 2024, like late 2024. They finally got like the official sign off from NCSoft to run it, because NCSoft is like, we're not going to do this again. And they were running it for free. So basically, like, they weren't charging a subscription. They weren't charging you microtransactions like a lot of games. And they were just basically funding it through crowdsourcing. So they would basically, every month they have like a thing where they're like, if you want to support this, if you love getting it free, consider giving us a donation. It was all funded by donations. And now they have like the official sign off from NCSoft. And so the game runs a lot smoother. They've been adding a lot of stuff to it, and it's back. And I absolutely love it because I remember how much I loved playing it. And so I was playing that. I'm trying to think. I think it went offline in 2012 because that was after I got divorced. And that's another reason why I have that's why I have such a fondness in my heart, because when I was going through my divorce and when I was like kind of an absolute goddamn mess, I would go in the basement and I would just play City of Heroes, and I would just like, it was lovely and beautiful and fantastic. And so being able to go back in there and do that again, I absolutely love it. So that is what is going on. I hope everybody's doing well. Let's see if I can remember my outro. replay crew, you rock. And don't forget to leave me a comment after you watch this live, or for the people here, because I'm doing it on my desktop, it should be public right away, so you can circle back around and give me a comment and help me feed the algorithm. Feed me, Seymour. I never know where to put my fingers. There we go. Hello, Retro Toy Princess. I'm actually just signing off now, but yeah, we were just talking about City of Heroes, my gaming obsession, and I said, don't forget to come back and leave a comment to feed Seymour, which is the name for the algorithm. While you are down there, don't forget to give me that thumbs up to tell me that you appreciated the video. Or if you think that I'm a mess, if you think that these stained on eyebrows from my makeup look today are too much, go ahead and give me that thumbs down. It is all engagement. The algorithm isn't a picky bitch. And clearly, neither am I. While you are down there, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, become part of the family, and hit that bell icon so you'll be notified of all future uploads. I try really hard to have at least one video or live a week. And sometimes, if you're lucky, if you're very lucky, you might even get a bonus video. Ooh, City of Heroes horrific. If you'd like to chat, banter, or commiserate between uploads, all of my social media will be linked down in the description box below, including a link to my website. Just pretend it's there. The World of Champagne at JanessaJ.com. Thank you so much for watching. I love, let's see, we've got KK does a live playing a game. That could be fun. I may try out Twitch just for fun, just to see if I like streaming. I don't know if I would even like streaming, but streaming game stuff. So I hope everybody's doing well. I love and appreciate all of you. Allison, it's always lovely to see you, even if it's just briefly at the end of a chat. But I hope everybody's doing well. And until I see you again, bye. Now let's figure out, okay, end stream. End it. There we go. Bye-bye.